Welcome, everybody, to the West Coast Songwriters performance here in Palo Alto, California. I want to thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We are at the Midpen Media Center here in Palo Alto, and we're so lucky to be sharing this beautiful venue. Stage, lights, and sound, cameras, everything is amazing. We have an amazing talent lineup tonight. There's 10 plus 1 extra performer special guest for us tonight, so we are in store for an incredible night of music. I want to thank you guys who are watching this. Thank you guys for tuning in. You got a great amount of music for you tonight. So my name is Mike Anuzzi. I am a singer-songwriter based in the Bay Area, and I perform about 225 shows per year. Been doing that for about 5 years and just doing music full-time for a long time. It is an honor being here tonight to listen to the musicians playing, because I know what it's like being in your shoes here at this venue. It's going to be a lot of fun for me in particular. So thank you guys so much for sharing your music. West Coast Songwriters has meant a lot to me. It's been a really great organization helping me get through to the next level of my career. I've been actively involved in this organization for quite some time now, and I've met many of you who are in this audience, many of you who are listening as well, and our special judges tonight as well. So I want to thank our judges for being here. Give it up for Maggie Wing and Mike Simpson. And you guys are very familiar faces to this place. Want to thank you so much for being here. Maggie, you are an amazing singer-songwriter performer. You told me that your album is coming up real soon. You're going to get in the studio doing that. You must be really excited, huh?
Yeah, I am excited. Thanks. It's my second album, actually. My first album came out in 2016. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back in the studio and, you know, taking another snapshot of my songwriting process, which is kind of how I look at this album making.
We're very excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mike, you've been in the music industry since day one. Thank you so much for sharing everything with us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you have going on now?
I play in a jazz duet. We play standards. That's my main thing that I do. I've met a lot of these people at various open mics. I go to open mics all over Northern California. But I come here because I find that I can ask for songs that come out of these people's hearts that reflect truth and that make me feel, and that's the reward for me here tonight.
That's terrific. We're so excited to share that moment with you tonight too. I want to ask you guys just a quick question. What is it that makes you want to listen to a song again, over and over? Maggie?
I think for me, a song that whose melody and lyrics go together well, where there's a sense of prosody. The structure is tight enough that I don't have to worry that I'm going to somehow fall through the story. But especially what I like is a song that has sort of dashed lines instead of solid lines. That kind of invites me in so that I kind of become part of the creative process of the song, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So that it sticks with me and I want to hear it again so that I can experience it again. That's the kind of song that I can just listen to over and over and never get sick of.
Beautiful. Mike, what makes you want to listen to a song over and over again?
I am probably more than anything else pulled in by lyrical goodness, by good structure in the lyrics, good structure in the song, and again, truth, and I want to feel something, you know, when I hear it. I have a kind of a personal twinge that I get when I hear songs. If they're in a genre, if you're writing a country song, I'd like to hear, please, a country song. Yeah. And if it's supposed to be a funny song, it would be delightful if it were funny. You know, that sort of thing. The song being true to itself in terms of form and content. And everything I can get in terms of seeing the heart of the songwriter, that's just a bonus, you know.
That's terrific. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. And I think one of the cool things about West Coast Songwriters is we do get everything from the completely undeveloped idea all the way to the completely developed, produced, and off to the races song that's hit charts and everything. So that's something that I really love about events like this and everything that West Coast Songwriters stands for. So want to thank them for connecting us with Midpen Media Center here tonight in Palo Alto, California. And I think without further ado, I want to get started before I introduce you over here. I want to get started by saying our special guest this evening is Chance McCauley. Ooh. Give it up. We're excited to have Chance. If you're involved in West Coast Songwriters, you've probably seen Chance McCauley performing in several different formats, and artist from Roseville, or San Francisco by way of Roseville, California. So we're really excited to hear you play tonight, Chance McCauley. So again, without further ado, one of my favorites, I love seeing you here. Raffy Espiritu, take it away, brother.
Refugees. People die, children die, women die in the land and at sea. Even without those pictures, oh yeah, they die. They die. Of 1,000 people driven out of their lands. They lost their homes, their loved ones, with nowhere to go. Lost in darkness through no fault of their own. Refugees, children of war. They're refugees, children of war. They're not enemies. They're refugees. Tear down that wall of hate. That's not what makes us great. Break up that wall and try to take human rights. They're refugees, children of war. They're not enemies. They're refugees. People die, children die, women die in the land and at sea. Even without those pictures, oh yeah, they die. Nobody loved them till the pictures came on. That boy's dead body was from the sea. You can't ignore. Hundreds are dying through no fault of their own. Refugees, children of war. They're refugees, children of war. They're not our enemies. They're refugees.
Raffy Espiritu, everyone. Thank you so much for performing. Come on over. It's so great seeing you, Raffy. I love having you here. Come on around. Wow. So, Raffy, I love hearing you play piano. How long have you been playing?
The piano? Yeah. Well, I can't count, maybe 10 years or so. I started playing the guitar, then I tried to transpose the chords in the guitar. I don't read notes, but over time I learned how to transpose, and so there are songs that lend itself better to playing the piano. So.
Beautiful. Well, I think one of the things that I love most about your chord progressions is that it actually, like, you're able to build the notes to follow that beautiful melody that you have.
Thank you.
So I know this song is a very, very up-to-date theme song. It must have been very difficult for you to write this. How long did it take you to put this together?
Well, I wrote this actually about maybe a year and a half ago when, in the news there were all these folks from Syria and parts of that part of the world migrating to Europe and influence the way people think about migrants, right? So I was affected by that, so I wrote that song then. And of course now it's, we have a mirror of that kind of experience right here. So I thought, why don't I work on that song and play it? So this was the moment, first time I played.
Beautiful. I know that's the first time I heard it. I was going to just ask you. That was a really great performance, Raffy. Thank you so much for sharing your music tonight.
Sure, all the time.
Great, everybody. Raffy Espiritu. Absolutely amazing. We're in for a great lineup tonight, everybody. So without further ado, I want to introduce Gregory Strang and Suzanne Sims. Coming soon.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
How are you? The name of our song tonight is Love at First Sight. A lot of people have asked us, what is it, Love at First Sight? How did it happen? How did you meet? Well, we met at a Hooters. I've been working there for about a week, and Suzanne?
I went to apply for a job, but they didn't hire me. I think it was age discrimination, actually.
Probably more than likely. In any case, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm Gregory.
I'm Suzanne.
And together, we're coming soon.
Maestro, please.
I wasn't looking for love. In fact, I thought I was through with all of the pain and all of the heartache and the other things that passion can do. Then one day a door swung open, and on the other side stood you. Oh, well, my heart was wanting me to do things that my head decided never to. I found love when I wasn't looking. I found you and it changed my mind. Thanks to you, now I am certain to have that good loving all of the time. I wasn't looking for love. In fact, I thought I was through. But my heart was right and my head was wrong. It was love at first sight with you.
Your smile was so inviting.
There was a charm about you.
Instantaneously, there was a chemistry.
I could feel you were reacting too.
My heart demanded I do things
that my head decided never to. Well, my heart was right and my head was wrong. It was love at first sight with you. I found love when I wasn't looking. I found you and it changed my life. Thanks to you, now I am certain to have that good loving all of the time. I wasn't looking for love. In fact, I thought I was through. But my heart was right and my head was wrong. It was love at first sight with you.
That unintended conversation turned into an hour, then two.
And in that time we could see a destiny of eternity and deja vu. My heart demanded I do things that my head decided never to.
Well, my heart was right and my head was wrong. It was love at first sight with you. It was love at first sight with you. It was love at first sight with you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Coming soon. That was amazing, you guys. Come on over. That was incredible. Give it up. Come on. Come on around, guys. Around me. Coming soon. Wow. That was one of the first times I've actually heard a recorded track with the vocalist here. That was incredible. How did you get that recording done?
I've been doing this for quite a few years. Actually, I had songs and went into studios and did live performances when I was doing stand-up comedy. And then I met Suzanne, and we formed our own duo. We were in a band together, met in the band, and that other way we were talking about. Okay. And so the backtracks have become part of what we do. It's just, we're both musicians. We both play instruments. It's just that this works for us, and we're going to see what we can do with it.
It's not your first rodeo, is it?
No, it's not. It's definitely not. But he has some wonderful music to share with everyone, and I enjoy bringing it and to the table and helping everyone hear the songs. So.
It's incredible. How often do you guys perform out?
Oh, I would say at least 3 times a month, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4. And things have been, we actually have an act. We call it romantic musical comedy. And at first we didn't fit in anywhere, but now it seems that people are starting to understand what we do, and there's a demand. We've been asked back to be features, and again, we've been lucky as far as finding people to record with. So
We have a website. It's coming soon for you, the number 4, the letter u.com, and you can see our events. It's right here on the back of our shirts. We have matching shirts just in case. I think you can tell who's Gregory and who's Suzanne. So.
That was terrific. Everybody, please give it up for Coming Soon. Thank you guys so much. Excellent branding right there as well. That was really terrific. Well, you guys, we're in for another great performance. Everybody, please give it up for Troubadour Foos.
Thank you. The song is called Razor's Edge. It's about love.
The day once again is waving goodbyes. The evening brings with it a pleasant surprise. Chocolates, wine, before something stronger. We weren't looking to ask any longer. Lights magically dim and turn into candles. Stories were wings, but no sandals. Breathe in and breathe out, shaken a bit. Coincidence, baby, is hard to beat. California, San Francisco, bridges that sway. California, San Francisco, where dreams come to stay. California, San Francisco, bridges that sway. California, San Francisco, yeah, yeah, yeah. A gentle caress and doubts dissolve. The battle of sexes cannot be solved. An edge of a razor, beauty undone. Filling with beauty, emptiness gone. The glamour of fashion, designer shoes cannot compete with your body's tattoos. Words can unite and can spread apart. Your tongues bear metal straight through the heart. California, San Francisco, bridges that sway. California, San Francisco, where dreams come to stay. California, San Francisco, bridges that sway. California, San Francisco, yeah. yeah, yeah, yeah.
The night once again is leaving the wharves, and a newborn day carries its chores. Uber or Lyft will whisk you away, and the morning sweet slumber will beg me to stay. In California, San Francisco, the bridge is that's away. California, San Francisco, where dreams come to stay. California, San Francisco, the bridge is that's away. California, San Francisco. Thank you.
Troubadour Fools, everybody. That was terrific. Sasha, come on over. That was really great. Come on, right behind me, all right? Wow, that was terrific. Sasha, how long have you been playing?
Since about 16.
And where did you learn?
Here in San Francisco, just self-taught.
Oh, that's terrific. It's not every day that I see the 12-string guitar come out. That's a pretty awesome move you made there.
It's kind of like having two guitars in one. Not really, but kind of.
And you fill out a lot of that harmony with the extra strings on the guitar, huh?
Yeah, I hope so. What is harmony?
Yeah, it's really great. And I love this guitar strap as well. That looks like a custom build, huh?
No, I don't have any custom guitars or custom straps yet. But if Taylor wants to sponsor me, I'd be very open to it.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, do you perform out live a lot?
Yeah, I perform a lot at open mics in San Francisco in the Bay Area, sometimes alone, sometimes with my band. So we have a few shows coming up, and there'll be more shows.
So this is in Troubadour Fools, huh?
Yeah, we're Baroque punk. That's what we call ourselves.
And how many people are in that group?
6.5. I just found a trumpet player who will sit in on some songs. But it's currently violin, lead guitar, backup vocals, drummer, and bass.
That sounds like a really interesting format. I would love to see you guys play very soon. Everybody give it up one time for Sasha, Troubadour Fools. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was really cool. Oh, John, you're already set up. I'm lagging over here. Everybody from Morgan Hill, California, John Thompson.
Hi, my name is John. This song is called No Second Chance.
They told me to guard the door while they robbed a liquor store. Never held a gun before. Then a man confronted me, shot him dead without thinking. I was only 17, and the judge didn't give me a damn. He had made up his mind in advance. He decreed in monotone, life in prison, no parole. Sentence cruel and unusual. I want to redeem my life, but they will not let me try. Regret haunts me day and night. Just a kid heeding no consequence. Can't escape what I done in the past. Wish I could go back in time. One mistake don't make
John Thompson, everybody. That was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. John, I love this guitar, man. You got to tell me the story about it.
This is my first guitar. I got it at Guitar Showcase in San Jose. I was 12 years old, and this has been basically what I have invested most of my time into, my whole, the second half of my life so far.
Awesome. It looks like it's got some miles behind it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific. It looks like you've been playing guitar for a very long time. Like you're very comfortable. I noticed your foot was stomping. That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, how often are you performing out then?
I perform once in a while in the Bay Area, and you can find my show dates on my website, johnthompson.net, or johnthompsonmusic.net, excuse me. And yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking of during that performance, like your guitar, you added so many different notes that like followed your melody of your voice. It led me to listen to your voice, and then your voice came out, and I think it was like either Katy Perry or Luke Bryan said once that once they hear that voice on the radio, they distinguish it is John Thompson right there. It's one of those voices, and you put that package together. Well, that was a lot of fun, John.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being here, everybody. John Thompson, one more time. Yep. And we're in for another treat. TK Tran, everybody, give it up.
Thank you. This is a song I wrote to myself. It's kind of my own way to tell myself that I didn't get something because there's probably something better further down the line. It's called You'll Probably Find Gold. I know it's hard to wrap your mind around what went wrong. Oftentimes not getting what you wanted gets you what was best all along. Even though it seems so strange, keep your fight going strong. You didn't get the silver, so you'll probably find gold. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. When one door shuts, another might open for you to go through. You couldn't be the right one, and you couldn't fit the mold. You didn't get the silver, so you'll probably find gold. I know it hurts your heart to know she's out there without you, doing who knows what with who knows who. And I'll tell you this much, it's a waste of time, I say, if you give your weeks and months, but she ain't giving that damn time of day. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you want them to. When one door shuts, another might open for you to go through. You couldn't be the right one, you couldn't fit the mold. You didn't get the silver, so you'll probably find gold. I know it must be odd to hear, it must be hard to believe me, but I promise you this, so just wait and see. You didn't get the silver 'cause you're gonna strike gold. You're gonna find that gold, whether or not you know. You're gonna strike gold. Thank you.
TK Tran, everybody, that was incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your music with us tonight. TK Tran, come on over. Yeah, that was incredible. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like you've been playing the guitar for a long time, too. You looked really comfortable strumming those chords, huh?
Thanks. Yeah, you ever seen School of Rock? That's what got me into it. Really? Yeah. I saw it when I was 11, and I've been playing guitar ever since.
Yeah, that's terrific. What are some of your musical influences today?
I really like country music, of course. I like the newer guys that play the older sounds, so guys like Chris Young, Blake Shelton, Easton Corbin, guys like that.
I was expecting a little Eric Church with some of this guitar, huh?
Eric Church I like too as well. Yeah, he's a little bit more outlaw country, whereas I play more traditional country. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I really liked you adding on some of those vocal trills at the end in tasty moments of that song. That was really great.
Thank you. I like to call myself the Mariah Carey of country music.
All right. That's awesome. That's the self-dubbed name then?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Nobody else calls me that, just me.
I like it a lot. Well, so I got a question for you about that song. It was really deep. I want to know, is your songwriting, do you start with the guitar chord progression, or do you start with the storyline and the lyrics?
So usually I have an idea or a story in my head, and I'll just play chord progression, and then the vocal melody comes after that, and then the words.
Very cool. So are you performing out a lot then?
Mm-hmm. You can find me at Hub's Coffee in South San Jose practically every week, and then I play at Cafe Lift about every month.
Oh, very cool. Well, do you have a website as well?
I'm just on Instagram and YouTube at the moment, so TK Tran Music is just the username for all of that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, TK, for being here tonight and sharing that song with us. Everybody give it up one time for TK Tran. All right, thank you. And without further ado, everybody give it up for John Ribovich.
I don't know how many of you know about the orphan trains, but turn of the last century, they would take a bunch of orphans from the East Coast, put them on a train, and ride them across the country. And then people would stop. Farmers would come up, and they would adopt the children, keep them as workers, sometimes as future husbands or wives. Another story that folks don't know that's related is that there was no social safety net. And if you couldn't afford to take care of your children, you put them in an orphanage. And sometimes you get a little more money, you'd go back and take them out. It was almost like a pawn shop for children, this very strange arrangement. And it was more common than people knew. My father was in one of these orphanages. His brothers, his half-brothers, all went to the orphanage. I was talking to my neighbor, and his dad was in one of the orphanages. But if you think about it, no safety net, no way to take care of the kids. It was the only way to make sure they had shelter and food. So this one is for my father, and it's called Orphans Without a Train. Picture shows us white as snow, but we were poor as dirt. My daddy frowns, my mama smiles, and all our eyes look hurt. Then mama had a baby girl, and we had greens to eat. Then she had a baby boy, and we were on the street. Sometimes God has a feeling for the people and their pain. Sometimes Sometimes he sends the people out and tells the skies to rain. Kids back east got lucky when they rode the orphan trains. Strong and pretty found a home and stayed there on the plains. Only train we ever heard cried right behind the home. Next door we heard the babies cry, abandoned and alone. Sometimes God has a feeling for the people and their pain. Sometimes he sends the people out and tells the skies to rain. Food and baseball at the home, the clothes were old but clean. Cooks were mostly sober and the matrons mostly mean. Wish I still had Mama there to smile and shut the lights. Wish I had a quiet kiss and Dad to say goodnight. Sometimes God has a feeling for the people in their pain. Sometimes he sends the people out and tells the skies to rain. One day I tried to run away, ran at the open gate. Tried but only got as far as 23rd and State. No one ran to bring me home, the world was mine to roam. I felt a wall I couldn't see and I walked back to the home. Sometimes a home of any kind is better than the pain. Sometimes a cage over your head is better than the rain. Picture shows as white as snow, but we were poor as dirt.
John Ribovich, everybody. John, thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. That was really cool. Yeah. Well, come on over, John. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Yeah, that was a terrific performance. Tell us a little bit about that storyline again.
You know, all of my father's relatives were in orphanages in Colorado at one time or another, and it was everything from, you know, the grandparents couldn't take care of him, they just checked him in, to the kid who was in there and actually became a baseball star, the youngest brother in the lot. But the Catholic ones were apparently a lot better than the state ones, and my dad and all of his family, you know, the older ones, were in the state schools. It's always interesting when you go into a little bit of history with your family because there are all these untold stories. And then you find connections. You think you're the only one who's like this. You know, I'm the only guy who had a dad who was in an orphanage, and you discover it was thousands upon thousands of people. Yeah.
Wow. John, you're just such a terrific storyteller, and all the words that you use are very captivating. What do you do for a day job?
I'm a poet. No, actually, I do a bunch of things. I ran a theater company, I teach English, and I am indeed a poet. So.
That's terrific. You know, I could tell, like, every time you open your mouth, just something beautiful comes out. It's very poetic. So thank you so much for sharing that song. Back to the guitar then. Okay, I see you have a little capo right there, and it's up to the 3rd fret. Why did you choose to put this song in that key?
It's because of the minor chords in it. If you bring it down here, it changes them to other chords. And they're deeper and richer versions of the minor chords, and it's just a little more rueful, and that's the reason, yeah.
Well, the chord voicings on that song, it just brought it right along with the vocal, the lyric that was in that song as well. So again, thank you so much for sharing your music. Thank you so much for being here, John. Where can we see you perform next?
I have some things on YouTube. If you just look up John Ribovich on YouTube, I'll probably show up.
Excellent. Everybody give it up one more time for John Ribovich. Thank you so much. And we are in for a special treat. Don't worry, we got a couple more performers still to go. But Wendell Wolff, everybody, give it up now. Come on.
Hey, good evening. I'm here to talk about retirement. Now, I'm not ready for retirement. I'm almost 60. I'm 64. That's close to 60, right? So over the last 3 years, 3 good friends of mine have retired from long careers of full-time work, rewarding work. And yet, in their retirement, they are a lot less stressed, having a lot more fun with life, just enjoying things. One of them turned in his business cards and had new cards printed up. And his position is man of leisure. Now, he handed me a card, and I thought, there's a song in there. So last year, when I was inspired by this, I put this song together. It's called Man of Leisure. Are we going? I rise early every morning. I'm up late most every night. I am free to do what I want to do, and I'm doing quite all right. Now I'm a man of leisure. I'm done working 8 to 5. I'm a man of leisure, and man, do I feel alive. Can't say I'm flush with money, but I'm blessed with health and time. I traded that watch for a guitar amp, and I've never looked behind. Now I'm a man of leisure. I'm done working 8 to 5. I'm a man of leisure, and man, do I feel alive. I'm reading books, I'm working out, and I get back where I can. The old folks get my number, and they call me the handyman. I got a wife who loves me dearly. I got a grandchild on the way. I got time for friends I haven't seen in years. Yeah, retirement's okay. And now I'm a man of leisure. I'm done working 8 to 5. I'm a man of leisure, and man, do I feel alive.
Wendell Wolff, everybody. That was amazing, brother. Thank you so much for doing that. Brought the harmonica out for this one. How long you been playing that harmonica?
A good friend of mine was playing it about 15, 16 years ago, and I thought it couldn't be that hard. So I started to pick it up, and on occasion it's appropriate for the song, and I really enjoy it.
I mean, it adds so much to it, too. You add those little solo riffs in between the song. That was just such a creative song. You must have been working on that for years.
No, actually, that one came together really quickly. As I said, the friend handed me this card, and I go, wow, there's a song in there. And I started thinking about my friends and what they're going through. Another friend said, there's no learning curve. You just walk right into it, into retirement. So I look forward to that. It's a ways off, but I look forward to it.
Very cool. I assume that you're going to be performing a lot coming up here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Actually, most of my performing is a part of a duo. We go by the name Mountain House, one word. You can find some things on YouTube. And then I do some coffee house and occasional open mics and occasional church even. So yeah, a variety of things.
Yeah, that's terrific. I love hearing that from musicians where you just get out there in every way possible, in any scenario possible. But it's always fun sharing music that you've written tonight. That song was absolutely terrific. So once again, everybody, please thank Wendell Wolff for being here. Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Well, Michael's already set up, so give it up for Michael Patch.
Hey there. I'm going to have a little fun with you. In this song, you got to imagine somehow in a dream, you discover that you're King Kong. And so play along with you on that. And also in the song, King Kong's going to escape. And when that happens, I'm going to sing a line, everybody break and run. And if you all feel inspired, I'd welcome a gasp or a light scream, whatever the studio will allow, might add to the drama of the song. It's called King Kong. Face in the window, it's blocking out the light. Got you now in the mirror, and something's just not right. You're blocked in chains, heavy chains, you're put up on display. People look so tiny now, children are afraid. They say you're King Kong, and they all shriek, it's freaking fun. King Kong. Everybody break and run. The circus once had gone away, but now it's back in town. And you're the main attraction, and they've laid off all the clowns. And the parkers on the Midway are still the masters of the tease. And elephants just walk around wishing they were free. But look out now, King Kong, everything has come undone. King Kong, everybody break and run. Everybody break and run. You're escaping from your cage with a terrible rage. Everybody break and run. You set the tigers free. You set the elephants free. Everybody break and run. Break and run. You wake up in the morning. You know you've had a scare. But when you look up in the mirror, it's just you now standing there. And then you do remember how you finally did break free with the power that's within you. And it wasn't just a dream when you needed your King Kong, and you don't bow to anyone. King Kong, Everybody break and run. Everybody break and run. Everybody break and run. Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Patch, everybody. That was terrific. Thank you so much for sharing that. Come on over when you get unplugged and stuff. That was great, Michael. Yeah, thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you. Yeah. So this guitar, I see it's been used a couple times. You perform out a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I'm making a hole in it, just like Willie Nelson here. Another place. Yeah, I've had it a while. Yeah.
That shows a lot of love. You perform all around California, or what are we doing here?
That's a little ambitious for me. I perform wherever people want me. I play open mics and around Berkeley and the Bay Area. Sure.
That's terrific. Well, it was really nice hearing that song, and this Taylor guitar, one of my favorite brands. It's just so easy to play along to. You felt so comfortable. I could see that you felt really comfortable playing that song. So you must really like playing this guitar, huh?
I do, and I love that song too. I don't know where it came from, but I love that song.
I mean, how long did that take you to put together?
You know, I don't think it took a long time. It just surprised me that I was messing around with chords and writing down words, and all of a sudden I had this very weird song, and okay, I'll take it. So I think it was pretty quick.
That's terrific. Want to thank you so much for being here tonight. Everybody give it up for Michael Patch. Yeah, thank you. David Hiemstra. Let's do this. Thank you.
You said it right.
Yay.
It's Hiemstra, David Hiemstra. Hey, everybody. It's really good to be here. I'll just get right to the song. This one's about faith, and it's called Into Deep Waters. It's time to grow up and be a man. Not just a man, but the one I was made to be. I will follow into deep waters. What has happened to me? Pull your net, pull your net, pull your net, pull your nets. What has happened to me? With your strength, I left my body out of safety, busyness, and society. I will follow into deep waters. What has happened to me? Pull your nets, pull your nets, pull your nets, pull your nets. What has happened to me? What is faith but having confidence? Confidence in things yet unseen. I will follow into deep waters. what has happened to me. Pull your nets, pull your nets, pull your nets, pull your nets. What has happened? What has happened? What has happened to me? Thank you.
Everybody give it up for David Hiemstra. Come on, then. That was great. Thank you so much for sharing that song. Yeah, so you've been playing out a lot, huh?
Since January. Well, I moved to the Bay Area recently, so my first open mic here was in January, and I've been playing maybe once a week, depending on travel and stuff for work. But my first open mic was back in Seattle, actually, last summer. So this is still pretty new to me, and it's awesome to be here. I'm definitely seeing a lot of progress. It's been great. So.
Yeah, you looked very comfortable performing, so this is definitely not new to you. You've been doing it for a while.
It doesn't feel like it, but I'm seeing a lot of progress, so that's great. Yeah.
How did you hear about West Coast Songwriters?
That's a good question. I think it was just word of mouth. Somebody mentioned, hey, there's this competition in San Jose, and then I decided to play, and then signed up right on the spot, and then that was actually back in February, and I played this song and won the best performance, actually, so it was super encouraging. I was not expecting that at all, so to have that, it's like, encouraging to keep going, so this is awesome.
Absolutely. I think that's something that West Coast Songwriters offers to all the musicians, is just something, an ability to perform out, an encouraging community, and a reason to keep going, right?
Yep. I want to keep going, so we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, again, he said he was from Seattle, or lived in Seattle, rather. And West Coast Songwriters has competitions all around the West Coast. We call it West Coast Songwriters for a reason. That's why I was wondering if you had heard about it up there. So
no, unfortunately, I hadn't. Actually, next time I'm back there, I'll try to meet up with the group and play. And yeah, I've been really impressed by what I've seen so far. So.
That's really great advice. Actually, that's something that I've done in the past when I've gone on tours. I've gone through California and performed at all the different locations. We have so many opportunities with the West Coast Songwriters. David Hiemstra, once again, thank you so much for sharing your music with us.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
That was great, man. Yeah, that was really great. Well, judges, we are in store for a brutal battle tonight, aren't we? So, I guess just from your perspective, first thought, what stood out to you tonight amongst all the performers?
I think there was a lot of heart in everything we heard tonight. Starting with Raffy and going straight through what David just played, just a lot of heart. It reminded me of why it is so wonderful to be around songwriters.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike?
I thought there was a lot of self-control displayed in the length of the songs. Many of these songs could easily have added an unnecessary verse, and quite frequently when you're judging, you have to make that comment on a lot of songs. That was not in evidence particularly tonight. That was nice. Also a lot of great songs.
That's true. You guys are not in for an easy night. I want to thank Maggie Wing and Mike Simpson for being here to judge this evening, and I am going to release you off into the other room where you're going to look through all your notes and see who is the winner tonight for Best Performance and Best Song of the Evening tonight in Palo Alto at the Midpen Media Center for West Coast Songwriters. We are so glad to be here tonight and having a special guest performer. He is from Roseville, living in San Francisco, California, performing all over the U.S. I know he's done some international performances as well. So without further ado, please give it up for Chance McCauley.
started out with nothing, it's more than most have. Papa made $1 million, but they took it back. With pockets full of payphone calls, his voice is all I had. Mama making meals from scraps, the clothes are all on the line. House is sinking pretty bad, bills piled high. Folks that know worse than us get paid no whole mind. I know at times it's hard to see the light that tries to shine between the shadows of your mind. I only wish that I could be a little more of what I need and a little less blind. Blood and sweat for dollars that never gave a damn about what I was trying to prove or who I am. Never owned a pair of boots that made me a man, but I've held some women, even held some back from the life they were trying to build while fixing my cracks. Nothing like a broken heart to show you what you had. I know at times it's hard to see the light that tries to shine between the shadows of your mind. I only wish that I could be a little more of what I need and a little less blind, a little less blind, a little less blind. Nothing but a box full of bent and broken parts that were scared to look inside. Maybe we would see the beauty in you and me if we learned to close our eyes. I know at times it's hard to see the light that tries to shine between the shadows of your mind. I only wish that I could be a little more of what I need and a little less blind. Thank you all so much. So you mentioned I grew up in the lovely small town of Roseville, California, and I think to know where you're going, you got to start with where you come from. So the song about knowing where you come from, it's called Home. See that tiny street they call an avenue? It's where I scrape my knees, it's where my tongue turned blue. Where I told my first lie, it's where I learned the truth. Perfect time to kiss is when she don't ask you to. Still some folks get confused on
kindly ask where you from. Well, I'm from my mama's eyes, I'm from my daddy's grin, I'm from Potholder Road where you ain't never been. I'm from small town high, still bleeding tiger pride. I'm from a beat up house that they ain't quite tore down. I'm from the V8 sound in that old tailgate town. From a crooked bridge where my story began. So if you ask, you need to know I'm from home. Mama raised me on the Bible, did the best she knows. Couldn't shake that devil living in these bones. I learned rock and roll in the church parking lot. Now the 6-string dream's the only prayer I got. And I'm praying pretty hard. I'm from my mama's eyes, I'm from my daddy's grin, I'm from Potholder Road where you ain't never been. I'm from small town high, still bleeding tiger pride. I'm from a beat up house that they ain't quite tore down. I'm from the V8 sound in that old tailgate town. From a crooked bridge where my story began. So if you need to know, ain't about who you know, ain't about where you go, only matters who you are. No matter where you start. From my mama's eyes, I'm from my daddy's grin, I'm from Potholder Road where you ain't never been. I'm from small town high, still bleeding tiger pride. I'm from a beat up house that they ain't quite tore down. I'm from the V8 sound in that old tailgate town. From a crooked bridge where my story began. So if you ask, you need to know these old songs ain't just for show. No matter where I go, I'm from home. Thank y'all. And for those who weren't here, season 2016, that's what got me Best Song of the Year. So I owe a lot to that one song. I heard a whistle, I heard a woo. I'll take it. And so this song here, I wrote this a while back. I wrote this when the events happened in Charlottesville, Virginia. If you remember that, it was a bit of a powder keg moment for our country. And there was a lot to think about with that, but the main thing I thought about was something my mother told me growing up when I was little and full of questions. And I asked her, I said, Mom, why are we here? If we're born and we live and we pass, what was the point? And she said, we are here to love each other. And I think when we remember to do that, this world's a pretty beautiful place. So I always like to dedicate this to my mother, to the people of Charlottesville, Virginia, and in the memory of Heather. This is called Glory. we want peace, so we wage war in the streets, outside our doors, through the night. The children cry, they see us fight, but can't see why. There's no glory in the gunfire, there's no pride in the blood, there's no grace in the pain when the tears are coming up. But there's hope for the heart behind the cold and the scars. You can call me a lie, but there's no glory in the fire. We don't belong, or so we're told. Our love is wrong, this is not our home. So we take sides, what will we give? We'll see who's right when we see who lives. But there's no glory in the gunfire, there's no pride in the blood, there's no grace in the pain when the tears are coming up. But there's hope for the heart behind the cold and the scars. You can call me a lie, but there's no glory in the fire. When the smoke is clear and the graves have all been dug, will anyone fear? Will anybody love? There's no glory in the gunfire, there's no pride in the blood, there's no grace in the pain when the tears are coming up. But there's hope for the heart behind the cold and the scars. You can call me a lie, but there's no glory in the fire. You can call me a lie, but there's no glory in the fire.
Everybody, please give it up one more time for our special guest, Chase McCauley. That was terrific. You can stay there. We're going to listen to a couple more of your songs later, but thank you so much for coming out and being here tonight and filling some of the music in this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you have a lot of shows coming up. I saw on your calendar, you're really booked.
I do my best.
Yeah, we all do. It's really great to see that you're getting out there. I know that you've performed in a bunch of different lineups, and like I was saying earlier, you do a lot of touring around the U.S.
Yeah, I've been everywhere, and I've slept on everyone's couch.
But it doesn't matter because you know where home is.
That too.
Yes, that's such a beautiful song, and I could totally see why that got you all the way to Best Song of the Year for West Coast Songwriters. That was a really big honor, I'm sure.
It changed a lot for me, yeah.
In what ways did it change?
It let me believe in myself for the first time.
Yeah, that's unreal. You know, wow, look, everybody just like heart stopped right there. That's awesome. I don't even know what to say after that. There's just so much encouragement with the West Coast Songwriters. Having the opportunity, like I said, to come out and perform, especially for an original artist like Chance, McCauley, and for everybody else that was here tonight, sharing their music is a very intimate thing. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get up in front of a bunch of strangers and let your heart out, you know, or show your heart on your sleeve. But it's a really beautiful thing. I think tonight the judges really complimented that in saying what beauty they noticed this evening with all of the songwriters. So I guess without further ado, I think we have some awards to give away for best performance of the evening of the 10 people that were in this competition here in the Midpen Media Center in Palo Alto, West Coast Songwriters Palo Alto chapter. All right, we have our winner of best performance is going to win a song, what is it? We have Yari Melchor is giving a vocal lesson. And if you don't know who Yari is, he is a staple of the West Coast Songwriters. He is a local legend. He is one of the best male vocalists I've seen. His range is uncomparable to many. And so I'm so glad to offer the best performance of the month, Palo Alto chapter. Drum roll, please. No Second Chance for John Thompson, everybody. John, come on up here. John, congratulations. Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, John, congratulations once again.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Have you ever met Yari?
No.
He is terrific. Like I said, he is one of the best songwriters and vocalists around. You're going to have a really great time working with Yari in his vocal studio. Are you excited about that?
Hella excited, yes.
You know, one of the cool things about Yari, it kind of connects with what we were saying earlier. Your vocal is very unique to you. If I heard your voice on the radio, I would know it was John Thompson. And I think Yari is the perfect guy to be able to bring that through as well, just to give a little extra encouragement as well. So congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, John Thompson, everybody. Best performance of the month. That was really great. All right, guys. This is going to be another one here. With David Scheibner has offered a song consultation, song doctoring session, and we're so excited to have him. He is a well-known composer. He works with Atrium Music. He's had his music everywhere placed. So David Scheibner is going to be really, really great to work with for our Best Song of the Month winner. You'll probably find gold. TK Tran, everybody. Congratulations. Congratulations, TK.
Thanks so much. This means a lot. Never won anything before in terms of music, so it's kind of special tonight.
Absolutely. Well, one of the cool things about the winner of the Best Song of the Month is you get to go on and compete at the end of the season for the Best Song of Palo Alto for the year.
That's really cool, yeah. That's something I'm really looking forward to be a part of.
Yeah, and working with David Scheibner is just going to be a really, really great experience. He'll bring out a lot of things that where you shine, he'll bring those out even more. So it's going to be a really great time. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, really excited. I'd love to make the song even better than, what people think it is good, I guess.
You did such a terrific job, you guys. Everybody, TK Tran, Best Song of the Month. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your music. Wow. Really great time. I want to go ahead and thank the Midpen Media Center one more time for having West Coast Songwriters here. If you're not familiar with Midpen Media Center, it is a top-of-the-line media center in the Bay Area. There's an amazing stage, lights, sound, all of the above. The cameras are unreal. As you can see if you're watching this later, it's a really great venue for West Coast Songwriters to be involved at. We want to thank all of the volunteers at Midpen Media Center for having us here tonight. Thank you guys for all of your hard work. Well, Maggie, Mike, you guys did such a great job. And I know that you said, I want to hear it once again, how cohesive this whole entire group was. It must have been so hard for you guys. But once again, why don't you add what the whole overall night brought to us this evening?
Well, for me, it was a reminder of why we write songs. We communicate ideas, we share our hearts, and often it's storytelling that that explores maybe difficult subject matter and sheds some light on the human condition. And I really, really saw that tonight, done in so many beautiful and different ways.
Excellent. And Mike, briefly.
10 songwriters,
Yep.
10 good songs.
Great.
But the bottom line has to be for all of them, West Coast Songwriters is not a finishing school. It's a starting place.
Terrific.
Your songs are good. If they're going to go on and be, you know, commercial or any of that stuff, they got to be better yet. So keep working on them.
Absolutely.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. And once again, please give a warm welcome to Chance McCauley. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon.
Sweating in a cold hotel, playing for passers-by, strumming for my nickels, singing my heart for dimes. I pack up my bags and go, count if I made enough to put another gallon in the gas tank or even start it up. And I don't need much to move along. I'm running on gasoline and dirty road dream. Maybe one will take me where I need. With these star-filled eyes chasing spider-lit nights, praying one might light the way for me. Take me gasoline. Take me gasoline. All applause is through. Drive time for me. Nothing but the rhythm of the road and the radio beneath my feet. Run these highways down, play for every stage I meet. Ask if one would be so kind to leave the limelight on for me.